Jai Hind to all of you. I'm Dr. Himani Garg, working as professor in Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering in Akgec Engineering College, Ghaziabad. And today I'm going to discuss about next generation networks. That is an important topic in wireless and mobile communication. My PPT will include introduction, existing network infrastructure, definition of NGN, its protocols and services. Now, coming to the introduction of next generation network. Today, telephony, the internet and the cellular mobile networks continue to be in different domains. Each has its own protocols and services. So, whenever we have to send our data, transmit something, then either we are transmitting the signal in the form of voice, data or video. And we are using different services like internet, telephone or cellular mobile networks. Whenever we are talking on mobile, that means we are using the cellular mobile systems. So, there are different types of technologies that we are using. These networks are in different domains, continue to be different domains. Each has its own protocols. Protocols means set of rules. So, whenever we are transmitting something, we have to follow some set of rules. So, all these are having their own set of rules. Now, when we talk about next generation network, that will be the foundation where all these things will be done by a single network. Rather than being dependent upon different domains or different networks, that will be all these things will be provided by the single network. It will be the foundation for the creation of a new range of multimedia applications that takes full advantage of the characteristics of the broadband network and always on capability. So, this is our demand that we need from next generation networks. Now, when we talk about the existing network infrastructure and convergence towards next generation networks, then today's network is divided into PSTN. All of us are familiar with PSTN, that is the backbone of the network, public switch telephone network. The packet switch network, that is internet, where every data is transmitted in the form of packets, passed through gateways and then it is transmitted. And another is the mobile network, also called the cellular system. Now, what is convergence? Convergence is the process of interconnection of traditional switch circuit networks, PSTN, and mobile networks and packet switch networks based on internet protocol. Now, in the last slide also, we had discussed that there are different domains are there in which PSTN, packet switch and mobile. These are different domains. So, we need the convergence of all these things that will be called next generation networks. The term next generation network is the wide ranging and is interpreted variously by the broad variety of players involved in the communication business. Now, according to the European Telecommunication Standard, NGN is a concept for defining and deploying networks which, due to their formal separation into different layers and planes and use of open interfaces, offer services providers and operators a platform which can evolve in a step-by-step manner to create, deploy and manage innovative services. So, it will be helpful for the network service providers to create, deploy and manage innovative services. That is the definition according to ETSI. Now, NGN is a packet-based network able to provide telecommunication services. Telecommunication circuit switch services are there. So, NGN is a packet-based network that is able to provide telecommunication services to the users and able to make use of multiple broadband quality of services enabled transport technologies, and which is service related functions are independent of the underlying transport related technologies. So, the above layers are not dependent upon the lower layers, that is the transport layer. It is not dependent upon transport layer. It enables unfettered access for users to networks and to competing service providers and services of their choice. It supports generalized mobility, which will allow consistent and ubiquitous provision of services to the users. Now, if single network is providing all the services as well as mobile services also, then all these things will help the service provider to provide better services to the users. Now, when we talk about how the network architecture of NGN will be, a basic architecture was defined comprising network elements needed for the provision of traditional telephony services. Each element has distinct roles within the network and is designed to integrate horizontally with other elements in the same layer as well as vertically with function-based elements of the other layers. As we know, the network is so vast. That's why we discussed in OSI model also, the different works are defined in different layers so that every layer can take care of the work assigned to it. So, in this case also, we are talking about the layers in NGN network where each vertical layer and horizontal layer is connected with each other. The next generation networks architecture is based on 4 layers. One is access layer, where we are accessing core, control layer and service layer. So, there are 4 layers in the case of NGN. Now, when we talk about the different layers, access layer elements includes different media gateways, as we say that it will be using packet switch network. So, when we talk about packet switch network, there is a requirement of a gateway. So, when we are using accessing the services, different media gateways will be there that support connection to and from the access network with the core network. One core network is there and one is the user where they are accessing the network. So, in the case of access layer, we are having different media gateway protocols, media gateways that will be connecting these access network with the core network. Core layer is a network handling convert services based on internet protocol. Control layer is the call server that provides call control functions, and also, as we are saying in the next generation network, there is a combination of PSTN, that is for telecommunication services. So, in the case of control layer, it will be controlling the call server that provides call control functions and also provide the control of media gateway for internet protocol as well as for call services. Service layer is an IT platform that plays the role of an INSC, Intelligent Network Service Creation Environment. INSC extending their functionality in order to cover the new network scenarios. So, this is the service, the function of the service layer that is based on IT platform. Now, you can see here architecture, application creation environment is there, application server, call server, media gateways are there. Here in between packet network is there, access network, and here also access network. So, this is the architecture of next generation network, including application, media gateway, access network, all these things. Now, the components are, as we have already seen, media gateway, call server, application creation environment, packet network, and access networks. So, we were discussing about NGN. Now, in NGN, different protocols are required than the earlier protocols. The earlier protocols were used for mobile communication. We are having certain protocols. For PSTN, there are certain protocols. For internet, there are different protocols. Now, when we are converging all these services together, for this we will require a new protocols. So, for the next generation networks. Now, what are the requirements from these next generation the protocols that will be used for next generation network? That includes support for legacy PSTN internet interworking, migration plan from legacy to NGN, high availability, lifeline services, and scalability. These are the requirements from the new protocols. And with so many protocols that are available, which protocols to use? We have given some example of few of the protocols that can be used. These are H.323, SIP, that stands for Session Initiation Protocol, MGCP, Media Gateway Control Protocol, and SIGTRAN. These are example of few of the new protocols that are used for next generation network. Now, why should traditional telecommunication carriers care about NGN services? As we say that already network has been established and the users are using the services of this network service provider, PSTN or the PSTN service provider, public sector telephone network services providers are providing the services. But why they are thinking of converging towards NGN? What is the need for that? Now, if the public network carriers want to prosper, if they want to prosper in the new millennium, they must find ways to add to their transport services, because every service provider has to provide for new services, has to provide the better services, sophisticated services, so as to prosper. So, that's why they will have to move towards the next generation networks. Now, what will be the benefits or the services that can be provided by next generation networks? These include NGN will allow carrier networks to cost effectively support new suite of sophisticated services. The first thing is this will provide better sophisticated services. So that's why the PSTN network service will be lured to use these services. It helps reduce cost by eliminating the inefficiencies of current service specific proprietary and non-reusable solutions. So it will be providing cost eliminating reduced cost solutions by eliminating all these things. It will reduce the time to market and life cycle costs of offering new services. So whenever new services have to be provided, then they will have to market that and to do so many research and other things. But with the help of NGN, it will decrease the time to market and life cycle cost of offering new services. NGNs will enable carriers to deploy advanced services, allowing them to remain competitive as well as expand their capabilities to enter new markets. Because whenever you have to enter the new market, then you will have to come with new services and new things. So this next NGN will provide all these things. Then the various services that are provided by the NGN, that includes voice telephony. Now what we mean by this voice telephony? That will include call waiting facility, call forwarding and way calling facility. Whenever we are moving, then we can have way calling facility. Next is voice portal. Now what is this voice portal? It provides callers with anywhere, anytime access to information. Anywhere, anytime information access like news, weather, stock codes and account balances using simple voice commands and telephone. So you can have access to all these things. Data services, bandwidth on demand. If any investor want to use some bandwidth so as to expand his business, he want to do some meetings and all these things, then he can ask for bandwidth on demand. So NGN will be able to provide bandwidth on demand, connection reliability and resilient to faults. Another thing is multimedia services. This allows customers to converse with each other while displaying visual information. That means video calls can be possible. Virtual private networks allow large geographical dispersed organizations, the organizations that are away from each other geographically, to combine their existing private networks with portions of the PSTN. They can combine their private networks with PSTN, thus providing subscriber with uniform dialing capabilities. Public network computing provides public network based computing services for businesses and consumers. Example, to host a web page, store, maintain backup data files or run a computing application. So these all things are possible. Another is unified messaging, supports the delivery of voicemail, email, fax and pages through common interfaces. Now whenever there will be a common interface, whether we are talking about mobile, whether we are talking about internet or whether we are talking about PSTN, all these things will be transmitted through a common network. Providing brokering involves advertising, finding and providing information to match consumers with providers. E-commerce allows consumers to purchase goods and services electronically over the network. Call center services. A subscriber could place a call to a call center agent by clicking a web page. Interactive gaming offers consumers a way to meet online and establish interactive gaming sessions. So interactive gaming is possible. Next, distributed virtual reality. Now what is this? Refers to technologically generated representations of real world events, people, places, experiences, etc., in which the participants in and providers of the virtual experience are physically distributed. Physically they are away from each other, but they seem to be come close to each other with the help of this technology. Home manager. These services could monitor and control home security systems, energy systems, home entertainment systems and other home appliances. So these are the services that can be provided with NGN. So I think this must be clear to you that next generation networks are important as they are converging the internet, PSTN as well as the mobile system, and so many services, better services can be provided with the service providers. So these are some of the references that I have used. I hope you must have understood about, you got the knowledge about NGN. Thank you for watching.